Good morning. My name is Tom Langland. I'm with RAJAY Turbo Products. We're here today at Kestrel Air Park, just north of San Antonio, Texas. We're going to be doing a demonstration video today. We get a lot of people that aren't very familiar with how the RAJAYs work. So we're going to go up, try out some maneuvers. We're here at Kestrel Air Park, just north of San Antonio. It's the altitude airport, so we will not be using a turbo assisted takeoff for this demonstration, but we will be doing that here in the future. So we won't show that, but we'll come back to you once we're in the air, and we'll start to show you some of the functions and some of the benefits of what the turbos can do for you.
So we're right now we're in a cruise climb in normally aspirated mode. We're climbing out at I don't know, 500, 600 feet per minute and doing almost 140, 150 indicated. So we can go ahead and knock it up a little bit. Again, we're just in normally aspirated mode. It's a cool day. We're climbing through 3,500. No need to really get the turbos going. I've got the manifold power pulled back. So we'll once we get into turbo territory, we'll come back to you. All right. So we really haven't messed with anything. I think we're getting close to wanting to try to do some things here. So we are at just about 23 inches. Now we're saying, you know what, it'd be nice to have a little bit more manifold pressure. So what we're going to do, we're still in the climb, we're still doing just fine, but we're only doing about 120 indicated. I'm going to reach down here. I don't know if you can see that, but I'm going to just twist. Hopefully you can see the manifold pressure. So we're just going to reach down here and twist our wastegates. This is a veneer cable. So we're at just about 22 and a half. Now the turbos will jump a bit quickly when we first go, getting the turbo engaged. All right, so you're seeing a climb there. Now you'll see that the right manifold pressure is back up to 25 inches. We'll do the same thing on the left-hand side. Again, you'll see a little bit of a jump, but don't be concerned about that. All right. So now you can see we're in the climb still, and that left gauge is climbing nicely. So we're now back to basically 25 inches. And we've got 25 inches at 8,500 feet. So now we're just going to continue to climb just like we're doing. And we're doing just fine. Hopefully you saw that. So that's all there is to it. We keep the fuel full flow because we're basically running sea level pressures at these kind of altitudes. And we're not wanting to lean this out because we're still running these engines as if they're at sea level. All right, we're climbing through almost 9,000 here. So I think what we'll do is we're going to climb up to 11,500 for today, and then you'll see kind of how we're able to keep our ideal manifold pressure. And again, if the manifold pressure is starting to drop off a bit, all I do is reach down and twist that vernier cable in a bit, and you can see that we're a little over 25, but again, you just continue to make minor adjustments. And so we're just being able to maintain our 700 feet per minute climb without any problems. We're indicating 130 miles per hour, which is just fine. So whenever the manifold pressure is starting to drop down a little bit, all you do is twist them in. Be able to keep our 25 inches. So again, we're just in a normal cruise climb at 700 feet per minute, and we're still doing 130 miles per hour indicated. And we're just cruising along here. And we'll go up to 11,500 just so you guys can see what the differences are. Again, just reaching down here and tweaking the turbos. We're able to get 25 inches, or actually a little over 25 inches right now. And we're still maintaining our climb performance, no problems. There are folks, if you noticed our interview with Mr. Sullivan, he mentioned that he uses his turbos on the climb, and then once he's at altitude, he likes to pull the turbos back and just slow down a bit, relax. So we'll go ahead and go on up to 11,500. I really don't need oxygen at this point. But again, we're maintaining our 25 inches here. So you can see just all you do is go down here and just make slight twists to the throttle, which make a big difference. Again, we're still maintaining 130 miles per hour indicated climbing at 700 feet per minute on the autopilot. Once we get to 11,500, we'll slow down the climb and then we'll level off. All right, we are now at 11,500. We'll level off here. Okay, press altitude, so we're just about 11,500. We'll let everything settle down a bit. So really we could run at 25 this whole way up at 11,500. You know, I like to throttle back a bit. I don't think we need that much in our cruise, our just normal climb. So we'll just level off here a bit. We're picking up airspeed. So we're at 11,501C. So we'll just go to 11,500. And it shows we're picking up speed still. So if we really wanted to, we could cruise at this speed all day long, really. And close the flaps a bit, cowl flaps. All right, so we're picking up speed. All right, so we could be running 26 inches at 25, almost 25 RPM here. We'll split the difference. My RPM just a hair different. And again, you can just go down here and adjust our wastegate. Just a slight change. Make that difference. All right, so we're moving along really good now. I haven't really messed with the mixture because really we're running at almost a 75% power speed at this point. The airspeed, we've set our temperature, so we're truing out at about 205 miles per hour at altitude with a little bit over 25 inches and 25 RPM. And we're cruising along. We're doing pretty good on the fuel flow. See, the fuel flow is a little over 14. All right, so now we're going to talk about leaning. This system, my airplane, does not have any fancy engine instrumentation. So really, we just do it the old-fashioned way. We just pull the mixture back until we hear or feel the engine roughness, and then we push it back in. And that's all we do. So we're going to go ahead and start with the right engine. All right, we feel a little bit of loss of power there. We push back in. I just err on the side of caution and push it in a little bit more. So now we'll do the left-hand side. Keep pulling it back. All right, feel loss of power. Pushing it back in. And a little extra. So again, for some reason my engine, it shows the fuel flow is a little bit higher on the right, but when I get on the air, get down, it's about roughly the same. So again, we'll just pull it back, roughness, push it forward, and push it forward a little more. That's all there is to it. So now we're now that we've leveled off and kind of got situated, we're almost indicating 210 miles per hour true airspeed, and 210 miles per hour is roughly a little over 180 knots. And we're doing, again, just a hair over 25 inches of manifold pressure. So now that's all there is to it, basically. Now we'll take that 210 miles per hour. We'll go ahead, what we're going to do is we're going to take the turbos out, and we'll end up leaning the engines. We'll have to watch the engines here a bit, make sure that we don't, we're going to, all you do, just twist, hopefully you can see that, you just twist out the turbos, you'll see the manifold pressure start to drop. So we're at 210, now we're going to go ahead and pull back the turbos. We want to pull back on the mixture a bit. So now we just twist those turbos out. And now we're at, when we're aspirated, and we're basically just coming on back. So now our speed's going to be dropping, but our fuel flow is also dropping. Alright, so all you do is twist out the turbos, and we've essentially got a normally aspirated mode. Gonna pull it back. So at 11,500, we're running, basically running 20 inches of manifold pressure. So we'll go ahead and lean, do our lean again. Okay, there it is. Push the throttle back in, the mixture. Again, lean, oh, mixture. Alright. So again, this one, the right engine, for some reason shows it flows a bit more. Alright. So right there. Alright. So we're roughly at a significant fuel flow difference, but we'll let things slow down. Now we're normally aspirate mode. The turbos are completely out. We're 11,500. And we're doing about 190, just about 190 miles per hour. So we lost 20 miles per hour going back to about 20 inches of manifold pressure on this system. So you can see that there is definitely a difference in performance from the turbos. But turning off the turbos is really that simple. You know, just all you do is twist in and twist out these turbos. You just want to make sure you don't over pressurize the system and go past 29 inches in the climb. Normally aspirated, you can see there is a bit of a difference in fuel flow, but that's about it, folks. We're going to go ahead and turn it off. The same thing would happen if you're in a descent. All you do is start your descent, and we turned our turbos off, rather quickly. But really all you do is continue to start your descent. As the manifold pressure starts to climb, you just move your turbochargers, remove your wastegates and your turbos first, and everything works out pretty much the same. So before you get into the terminal area, you'll have your turbos off. If you're in a low altitude airport, you don't have to worry about it. So if you're in a high altitude airport, you want to keep your turbos in and manage with your throttles. So if you need to do a go around, you can push everything forward, and you know that your turbos, you won't overboost the system. But again, you just have to be careful with the turbos. If you do get closer to overboosting, you just kind of manage it with the throttle. You really don't mess with the turbos as you're departing or on a go around. So that's all there is to it, folks. It's doing 190 miles an hour instead of 210. We dropped about 20 miles per hour there. All right, hope you liked it. Then we'll do some more videos. We're hoping to go out to Colorado, or at least northern New Mexico, and hope to do some high altitude performance takeoffs and try to compare normally aspirated versus turbocharged. And see the difference there. Should be night and day difference as well. All right, thank you for watching.